Kellyanne in the back.
Hey Solon, what have you been working on to help build off of your breakout season last year?
Basically just like I said, go ahead and building off of it. Working on my footwork in the box, drops, making sure that I hold all the intangible things, that they want to see that future NFL teams want to see on film. You know what I mean? So.
Vince.
What's different or improved about Jeremy Banks when you see him now?
He plays with his eyes a lot more. Before he was just like kind of guessing it, but now you can see on film that he's seeing the plays. Before they develop, he's calling it out. Like he's telling us, hey, watch the counter or watch the split zone. So those things help the defense out as a whole. So I'll say that's probably the biggest thing that I've seen.
Patrick, and we'll go back to Kellyanne.
So I think you were one of the three guys that played most of the snaps last season. What would having more depth? I know you guys probably, when you're on the field, probably don't ever want to come off no matter how tired you are. But how much would maybe being able to play more guys and stay fresh as a linebacker group? How much would that help you this season?
Well, it's a long season. Hopefully we get the extra game at the end of the season as well. So having that extra depth in the linebacker room is very crucial, especially, because we're one of the we want to be one of the hardest hitting, hardest playing, linebacker corps in the country. So with that being said, having that depth, having guys that can rotate in and out and not have a drop off, that's huge for a defense.
Solon, who have been some of those younger guys who have been sticking out so far during camp?
Everyone, I can't really just call one out. We got Caleb Perry, we got Elijah Herring. Like I said, all the guys are really just, starting to get into their own. Today was our first day in pads, so they got that first day jitters out of the way. But like I said, everybody's really putting their all into it.
Coach was just sitting here talking about the athleticism of Caleb Perry. Do you have an example off the top of your head that can illustrate how athletic he is?
Well, he had a play today. It wasn't the best read. I mean, it wasn't like, he didn't do what he was supposed to do, but he saw the play and he just ran out there and made the play. And everybody on the sideline went crazy. I think it ended up being like a 2-3 yard tackle for a loss. So, just him having that speed, it really shows up on tape.
And then there's a lot of talk about Juwan Mitchell and maybe the steps that he's taken this offseason. Just what have you seen from him going into fall camp?
Having him back has been huge. He's one of the guys, he transferred in from Texas. He's got a lot of experience, just playing, having a lot of snaps. So having him back has been huge for the linebacker room. He's got good questions. He's got, good cover skills, definitely good in the box, So just having him back, it really means a lot.
We'll go Frank all the way in the back and then Brent.
Solon, you've been through this a few times. What made year 6 feel different to start?
What made it feel different? Just the fact that, it's year 6, it's the last go around. Still got a couple of guys here who I actually came in with in my signing class. So just all of us staying here and sticking it out and seeing the change of the program through the years, it just feels different. And last year it showed up on tape. We won a lot more games than some people had thought we were going to win. And hopefully next year, this coming year, we do the same.
So what's your role as a leader? There's several veteran guys in that room, but as a 6-year guy, you got some young players as well. What do you see your role as a leader, and how do you go about handling that role?
The main thing, like having, new guys come in who may not get, as many reps as they had back in high school, is like just making sure I tell them, like, hey, like, stick it out, Coach says reps get expensive, so make every rep count. Don't count every rep. You know what I mean? So just making sure that I tell them that, because I was the same when I came in. Like, I'd had a lot of snaps in high school, but y'all already know, like, my years being here, I didn't get a whole lot of snaps until last year, like my 5th year. So just making sure that I tell them, like, hey, stick with it. Just take what coach is saying to heart. Go back and watch film on yourself, by yourself, or even come in early in the mornings or even after practice and watch film with coach or even one of the younger coaches, the GAs or something like that. Make sure you get that extra film work in.
Any more questions? Oh, Wes, and then back to Patrick, and then Vince.
So, being here for a while now, you've had a kind of a real college experience, right? Some things on the field that didn't go great, some things on the field that got better. You've been able to do a lot of stuff off the field too. Just what what's it been like to have an experience for 6 years like this and kind of really be able to grow up and see a lot of things?
I mean, it's a blessing to say the least. I mean, I couldn't have asked for, you know, if I looking back, I wouldn't have changed it for the world. You know, it's made me the person I am today. It's made me, you know, like I said, a better person, a better man. So like, I feel like those are things that I can take with me even when I leave here, whatever the Lord has for me, you know, moving forward in my future. Things that I can teach, you know, the people around me, things that I can teach, hopefully my children one day as well. You know, just stay the course. Like, you may not see it, you may not see the light at the end of the tunnel right now, but if you just keep consistent, it's gonna be there. You're gonna get what you want.
Well, kind of going off that, you mentioned some of the guys that have been here for 6 years like you. I think there's only maybe three other guys that you lost a couple of those guys last year with Matthew and
Yeah.
moving on. What's the connection you have with some of those other guys that have been here through everything that you guys have been through?
Man, they're like brothers. I mean, them as well as the rest of the guys in the locker room, like, we're all like brothers. But those guys, you know, they've seen it all. We've seen it all. You know, we talk about it to this day. Like, hey, you remember practice, you know, our freshman year, how we did this and we did that. It's like, and it's fun looking back at it. You know, when we were in it, it's like, oh man, you know, it sucks. But looking back at it and seeing where we came from to how we are today, like, it's like night and day. And like I said, they're like my brothers.
So can you share how involved you've been with NIL, including that Knoxville NIL club concept?
I try not to, you know, put too much out there, but when, you know, I try to be as involved as I can, as well as, you know, just making sure to keep the main thing, which is, you know, which is playing football, which is making sure I take care of my job on the field. I know off the field, it's going to take care of itself. I got to make sure that I take care of what I know I need to take care of, which is making sure I make plays, making sure I'm making my adjustments, and making sure that I keep the main thing.
Anything else for Solon? All right, thanks, man.
Thank y'all.
Thank you.